Just a quick here. This is Tuesday, November the 10th, 2020. The aftermath of this election. It has come true. It has finally come true after Joe Biden's win on Saturday. Saturday afternoon was very, very special. Saturday morning was very special for Joe Biden. Tears of joy streaming down everybody's face, and I'm not all happy about it. So, anyway, this is all about Joe Biden's moment. The Biden's Harris will begin, and the Biden's Harris will begin on January 20th. What's happening to Donald Trump? Well, you all know that this is, I mean, what has happening for all the people after all the tweets, after all his attacks he has been through. I mean, Trump was at it. He know that they stole the election. They had all the votes had cast out, and everybody tried to be fine. That's okay for Trump because I feel bad for Trump. I feel bad at his legacy. He has been one for 4 years now. 71 more days, and he'll be out in office. Well, anyway, he and his team are going to the Supreme Court. Ain't no way Donald Trump's going to win it. Ain't no way that the it's all over. The election said, look, they had nothing. Look, I know Law had nothing to lose. We had anything. Trump had everything to lose. And Biden's team is looking fantastic. Yesterday, we just heard. Yesterday, I just saw and heard of Joe Biden. He said there's gonna be a vaccine coming, and he told us to wear masks, and maybe the vaccine is coming in the end of the year. And Dr. Fast says there is 90% of the vaccine effective. Well, guess what? They're right. We're all right. So we need to wear the mask. We need to wash our hands. We need to practice social distancing and avoid the crowd. Anyway, it is like to check. Now look at this. It says Biden says he hasn't talked to Matt Carter, GOP being merely about Trump. So anyway, what is Trump mad about? What's happening here? Inside the White House on Saturday night, he was very upset. He was very angry. He was very angry at no one. His sons joined him. Okay, his sons joined him because they all know somebody did stole the election. And yes, it is. And this is all about. This is all about rumors. Rumors going on around Donald Trump. It's all about rumors. And but hey, this has been a hell of a year of 2020 so far. So let's go to this and see what went down. And now look at this. Look at what I just saw seeing this on CNN. It says this Secretary of State Mike Pompeo refused to acknowledge Joe Biden's victory as president elect, saying at the State Department Tuesday there will be a smooth transition to the second Trump administration. Pompeo was asked if the State Department is prepared to engage with the Biden transition team, and if not, well, whether delay could be pose a risk to national security. The war is watching what's taking place. He continued at the brief. We're going to count all the votes. When the process is complete, there'll be electors selections. Now, what is have to be torn out? Now, what is all about? What is all about Mike Pompeo? Okay, he continued at the briefly. We're going to count all the votes. When the process is complete, there'll be electors selected. There's a process. The Constitution lays it out pretty clearly. The world should have every confidence that the translation necessary to make sure that the State Department is first class today, successful today, and successful with the president who is in office on January 20th, a minute afternoon. Will also be successful, he said. Propel's remarks adding to confusion generated by President Donald Trump's refusal to concede the 2020 election and growing concern that Carolina translation period could undermine indeed national security. Senate Republican lawmakers and other cabinet officials have also been silent about the former vice president projected victory. Now, this is not, I mean, what is going on for other women? We'll have to find out. So now, and look at this. Referring to the Constitution's 2000 presidential election that was ultimately determined by a Supreme Court decision that handed victory to Republican President George W. Bush, he added, "Then understand that this takes time, right? Took us 37 plus days in an election back in 2000, conducting successful transition then. I'm very confident that we will count and we must count every legal vote. We must make sure that any vote that wasn't lawful outright not be counted. That duty is just low vote. If it's done importantly, gotta get that right. When we get right, we get right. We in good shape," he said. So this is, I mean, what is all about? What is going on? What does all mean? What does it mean? What's happening? What's going on? What does it mean for Pompeo and his team? Look, they all know that Trump is a Donald Trump. It's okay. He lost the race on Saturday. He lost the race. He got mad. He got pissed off. He lost the race on Saturday. We all they think they're not going. We think he's never going to get it. So the election win stands on scene as wow. Now we're going to say now we say that Joe Biden, like we say that today, so this is all about this whole stuff going on. I want to make sure what's going to happen. But now, the key is Joe Biden did win the election 2 days ago. So let's see what the journalists have to say.
Well, I think it's delusional for Mike to say that. And I must say, I think he's eviscerated his credibility internationally because I think there are very few people, even in the U.S. government, who believe that's the case. I don't know why he had to have that briefing.
Okay, so now, okay, we're going to listen to this, and here's the reason of Joe Biden. Now, President-elect Joe Biden said Tuesday that the Trump administration's refusal to organize and to still the official translation process does not in any way change the matter of what we were able to do. We have already started the translation. We are well underway, Biden said at the press conference in Wilmington, Delaware. As of what he thought of President Donald Trump's refusal so far to concede it, Biden said, "I just think it's an embarrassment, quite frankly." Biden was declared the winner of the 2020 presidential election on Saturday after he secured the 270 electoral college votes needed to defeat Trump, according to NBC News and other major media outlets. Now, the president has so far refused to accept that he lost and basically claims that Biden's win is the result of legal votes. Trump's campaign has filed lawsuits in several states over voters' eliminations of the voting process or the vote counting. Legal experts said The suit appear more likely one piece of the public relations strategy than they do and legal strategy. As of Tuesday, Trump still claiming he will win the election, despite the fact that Biden has already secured more than 270 electoral votes, or the fact that Trump is trailing by tens of thousands of votes in key states where counting is still underway. We will win, the president tweeted hours before Biden's remarks. Biden, however, largely dismissed Trump's postulate. We're going to be moving along in a consistent manner, putting together our administration within the White House and reveal who are going to pick for the cabinet positions, said Biden. And nothing's going to stop that. The fact that they're not willing to acknowledge that we won't at this point is not much consequences in our planning and what we're able to do between now and January, he added. Biden also said he was not relying on the federal government organizing foundation for the transformation or on having access to federal agencies. Now, so far, the Trump administration has signed to an executive that they are not engaged in any way with the Biden's transformation effort. Biden announces that it will be useful for him to begin receiving the full presidential daily briefings that are calculated with the president's elect. But he added that he will not be able to act on the national security information was he was briefing on as long as Trump was still in office, one president at one time, he said. Overall, Biden projected clean and confident. How do you accept to work with Republicans if they don't even acknowledge as you as president elect? One reporter asked, they will. Biden replied, they will. And that's what he said. So Biden, will continue. He will work. He will do whatever he can to do what he wanted to do. And Trump, if Trump likes it or not, well, we just have to see what happens. I think they were afraid of Donald Trump's mess. Tune in. I'm Joseph Crudup, and see you on the next video. We'll be right back.